And good morning. Good morning, morning, Mikes. It is Thursday, which in my America means the beginning of the weekend. So much to look forward to. How about a moment of gratitude? What are you grateful for? I'm going to start with the fact that my daughter went through a terrible thing in the ICU and fell off a scooter and swollen concussion. We have a follow-up right after I'm done here. I'll go pick her up and take her to her follow-up neurology appointment at Cedars-Sinai. But she's okay. And imagine if she wasn't. I wouldn't know what to do. Think about those families in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. Jesus, a school shooting. They don't see that in Canada, and they did. And it's devastating. Mark Carney was speaking, the prime minister. They don't know. I mean, we unfortunately in America, like we see this, and I hate to say it, we're used to it. But 8 dead, 25 wounded. The suspect, this woman, Jessie Van Rootsler. Police searched the residence on multiple occasions over the past several years, dealing with concerns of mental health with respect to our suspect. 18-year-old Jessie Van Rootsler. Guns were apprehended at the home and then returned after they were petitioned for, asked whether Jessie was transgender. Just like an aside, does Jessie happen to be transgender, or is there something? The police said, as they chose to be identified in public and in social media, woman. And then the police said, I can say that Jessie was born as a biological male who approximately 6 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female both socially and publicly. I only mention that because this is in our country, people are strongly in favor of no gender adjusting surgery and hormones. I mean, you can initially, I guess you can, to me, they're the same thing, surgery and hormones. I mean, you're taking a mind that is forming until they're 25 years old, and you're putting it under that kind of stress, hormonal, stress. How can anyone expect to stay balanced? I'm not saying Jessie's a victim here, but I am saying this isn't just an aside. Oh, by the way, they happen to have gone through, transition major transition procedures. It's not a by the way. I think it's right there at the center, and it's at the core. So just whoever thought that was a good idea. But those kids, they're all 12 and 13 years old. It's just devastating. Update on Nancy Guthrie, you guys. Not much. What the hell? This is like the worst investigation. Investigators in Arizona, they're now searching the rugged terrain near the home of Nancy. She's reported missing 12 days ago. A black glove was discovered yesterday, a mile and a half from Nancy's residence. I mean, a mile and it's a glove. Is it the black glove? I don't know. Are people stupid enough in this world to throw a black glove? I don't know. But it's unclear whether authorities believe it was the same glove worn by the person in the Nest camera doorbell footage on camera. Anyway, law enforcement says they've received over 18,000 tips. So they're just inundated. Hopefully some of them are good. It's been a long slog here, but law enforcement is now asking people to check their Ring cameras, their Nest cameras from 3 weeks ago. They want to go, maybe that's when they thought that when the casing of Nancy Guthrie's house would have been. Okay? The black glove. Anyway, Here we go. Into the chat. Jewel, they said there was no car when she was kidnapped. I'm curious to know how they escaped with Nancy, who can barely walk. Well, there must have been a vehicle. Could have been down the street, but there's just no way that Nancy was walking anywhere. Here's does it fit or do you acquit? Hey now. Those gloves sound so fake. Yeah, the worst investigation here. It's not good, Jeej. Jeej, baby. It's not. I don't understand. No one saw shit. And there's this guy's face. And then we pull over a GLS delivery driver, 15 miles from the border. I want to hear some explanation as to why, just so we know that, that sane, strong minds are running the investigation. Just for a second, can you show us the reason why we pulled over Carlos was we got a tip that, just show us the connectivity so we can feel good about who's running the show here. By the way, the El Paso airspace, remember that? They shut down the El Paso International Airport and the airspace around it for 10 days and then opened it quickly. Apparently, the Pentagon planned to begin using a high-energy counter-drone laser in the area, whatever that is, without consulting the FAA about the risk that it would have to civilian flights. The FAA responded by instituting a temporary flight restriction, citing, security concerns. They lifted it 8 hours later. The Trump administration claimed that a Mexican cartel drone crossing into U.S. airspace is what triggered the flight restriction centered on El Paso International Airport. First of all, I don't trust anything Donald Trump says. Not anything he says, sadly, we don't live in a world where if the president speaks, we take him for his word, because the difference between the truth and a lie to him, there is none. It's all narrative, and it's all about winning the narrative. But if it is the case that we are meeting Mexican cartel drones with a high-energy counter-drone laser, that's cool. That's cool. I'm down with that. I like that. You know what I mean? If we're shooting down something with a laser, that'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Okay. How sad are you about James Van Der Beek? Ah, man, he was a good dude. Yesterday, our beloved James Van Der Beek passed peacefully this morning. This from his wife. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. There is much to share regarding this wishes, love for humanity, and the sacredness of time. These days will come. Those days will come. For now, we ask for peaceful privacy as we grieve our loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. Oh, man. Such a good dude. When I was leaving Access Hollywood after I was heading off to the Today Show for a very short stint, but we had a nice going away on Access Hollywood Live, and we did a whole week of, or several days, I don't know, of like surprise guests who would come, and they'd blindfold me, and I'd have to figure out who had showed up to wish me well as I went off to my new job. And one of them was James Van Der Beek, who's like, I'll do it. And he and I ended up on a couple ski trips together, and I just love the guy. He's such a thoughtful, nice person. Always thinking about other people. There's a GoFundMe for James. I donated to it yesterday. It's crazy that we live in a world where a guy who was a pretty successful actor, all the money that he made, I mean, he had to spend on his own healthcare, and no money left after having to pay for his own healthcare for the last 2 years. It all came out of pocket and he didn't even win the battle. It's absolutely tragic. So there's Kimberly, his wife, with 6 children under the age of 15. Oh, dude, isn't that awful? Oh, he's such a beautiful guy. Anyway, let me see what his fellow cast members from Dawson's Creek. Oh God, what one thing that made me laugh, Van Der Beek is remember this commercial? This was, I think, to promote his show, the Apartment 23B on CBS, which was one of the sitcoms he did. And he did this whole funny thing about beak jeans. Get your cheeks in a beak. And he called him, he's like, every guy he said, we love BJs, meaning big jeans. I don't know, it's a funny skit. And then he walked off in tight. They're so tight he could barely walk. Really, really funny guy. Yeah, what is this right here? Is this Stacy Keebler? Is this the first one? This is that the first post, Steve? Is that the first page? Oh, look at this. This Stacy Keebler is very good friends with Kimberly Van Der Beek, James's wife. But in the days that he died, Stacy right there went to visit James. You can see how weak he is, sitting out looking at the sunset in a wheelchair. Oh, Jesus Christ, what a big, strapping, wonderful guy. If you don't know how he got sick, he was diagnosed with colorectal cancer, stage 3, in August of 2024. Anyway, here's what Stacy wrote. Let's pop that up. Spending these final days with you has been a true gift from God. I've never been so present in my life. When you know time is sacred, you don't waste a single breath. You don't rush. You don't scroll. Oh God, stop there for a minute. How long did I scroll last night? You don't rush, you don't scroll, you don't worry about tomorrow. You sit, you listen, you hold hands, you watch the sky change colors, and you let it change you too. In these past days, you taught me more about being present than any book ever could. You showed me what it looks like to trust God's plan, even when it breaks your heart, especially when it breaks your heart. The other night, we watched the sunset together as you shared your wisdom, your hopes. Oh, buddy. You all right? Oh, Steve, that just broke up Steve. Oh. No, just I know how that hits you. I know who you are, Steve. So I know why that, because you thought about how short life is, your own daughters, and like what mortality, and I got you. Oh my God, I know. The promises we made to each other, we talked about how this world can feel upside down and how maybe heaven needs your spirit now to help steady us down here. And just as the sun slipped away, a shooting star crossed the sky as if to remind us that none of this is random. You are a gift, an incredible husband, an extraordinary dad. The way you showed up for Kimberly and your children, steady, strong, devoted, was a blessing to witness. It's been an honor to stand beside your family in these sacred moments. It's pretty incredible how someone can fight so hard for so long, travel the world battling so much, and somehow still look so handsome doing it. That smile never left you. You have given this world so many gifts. Your presence was a bright light in my life and in so many others. And while your physical body may no longer be here, I know your spirit is doing big things. I feel it already. We may have lost a good one here on earth, but heaven gained something extraordinary. I'll think of you every time I watch a sunset, every time I see a rainbow stretch across the sky. I'll know you're there. And maybe the lesson you leave us is this: the present moment is everything. Love the people in front of you. Say the words. Watch the sunset. Trust God, even when you don't understand. Thank you for changing me. I will carry you with me always. That's from Stacy Keebler, who spent the final days of James's life. Sorry. Okay. Put that back. I'm sorry. I wanted to see that picture again. It's so beautiful. God. Yeah. Oh, look, I can't believe how. Oh, fuck you, cancer. You know what I mean? Just taking this guy, morphing his body. But I'll tell you what, he had so much depth. You remember, he made this birthday post years ago. Steve, put up the birthday post from James and the message he sent. And there's a certain other messages coming at us from the universe right now about steadying the ship in our lives. And listen to this. This is James.
Today's my birthday. And today's my birthday. And it has been the hardest year of my life. And I wanted to share something that I learned with y'all. When I was younger, I used to define myself as an actor, right? Which was never really all that fulfilling. And then I became a husband, and that was much better. And then I became a father, and that was the ultimate. I could define myself then as a loving, capable, strong, supportive husband, father, provider, steward of the land that we're so lucky to live on. And for a long time, that felt like a really good definition to the question, who am I? What am I? And then this year, I had to look my own mortality in the eye. I had to come nose to nose with death. And all of those definitions that I cared so deeply about were stripped from me. I was away for treatment, so I could no longer be a husband that was helpful to my wife. I could no longer be a father who could pick up his kids and put them to bed and be there for them. I could not be a provider because I wasn't working. I couldn't even be a steward of the land because at times I was too weak to prune all the trees during the window that you're supposed to prune them. And so I was faced with the question, if I am just a too skinny, weak guy alone in an apartment with cancer, what am I? And I meditated and the answer came through, I am worthy of God's love. Simply because I exist. And if I'm worthy of God's love, shouldn't I also be worthy of my own? And the same is true for you. And as I move through this healing portal toward recovery, I wanted to share that with you because I think that revelation that came to me was due in no small part to all the prayers and the love that have been directed toward me. So I offer that to you, however it sits in your consciousness, however it resonates, run with it. And if the word God trips you up, I certainly don't know. I can't claim to know what God is or explain God. My efforts to connect to God are an ongoing process that is a constant unfolding mystery to me. But if it's a trigger, it feels too religious, you can take the word God out and your mantra can simply be, I am worthy of love. Because you are. Thank you for the love and prayers, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Oh, man. Boy, the depth. I think 48 years old, the depth that he had within him. He left Hollywood, moved out to this ranch kind of farm with his family, raised these kids. Such a good father. If you haven't, I posted something on Instagram yesterday that I pulled together. Guy's kids giggling and laughing, and he just had such a way about him. I think I said in the last thing was, he was he really showed up as a father. He was the greatest father. And what else is there? You know what I mean? You could run around Hollywood trying to get that next gig the whole time and forget about your kids because you're so worried about that next gig. And he's out on this farm, you know what I mean? And the money he had saved, he didn't plan for it to go away because he had to pay for all this cancer care. His healthcare let him down or whatever it is. I mean, you know, I hope I gave enough. I will give more when I got to get in touch with Kimberly. But I mean, he did it. He was such a good dad. The Dawson's Creek cast. This isn't from yesterday when he died, but this is, a fundraiser that they did when they needed to. This was like back in the fall, I think. But, Van Der Beek was the star of Dawson's Creek, and they all got together, Josh Jackson and Katie Holmes and everybody on Broadway to raise money for James, and they sang the theme song. This is pretty cool. I don't want to wait. That's tough, right? That is tough. God, what do you do with this moment? I mean, to honor his life, take a moment and pause in your own. See where we are. What's going on in this world around you? Like, what do you stand for? What's okay? This in time that we have here is important. It's important to improve it for those who come after us. And I think relationships. I think about, when you see God, it's how did you handle those relationships? And I always worry about that. I fucked up my marriage. You know what I mean? I'm like, I did, but I salvaged my post-marriage. I'm a very good relationship with my ex-wife, and we care for each other and love each other. And so, that relationship's good. Always have her back. And my kids, very good with them. There for them at all times. I don't know. That's it. That's all I know. When I get myself, wrapped up in, I got to do this and I got to build that and I got to, maybe I should pick up another. I don't know. I think what's important is just the relationships and how you treat other people. And I saw this. You want to see something else that's beautiful? Remember James Van Der Beek was on Dancing with the Stars? This is him practicing. All his friends and family around. He had some good moves. Look at those moves. He's got moves. He can move the hip. Look at, he's right in step with her.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember his band. He got those cheeks in the beak, and he was awfully good. Yeah. Anyway, he was. I loved him. Who's that? Is that him in the tank top down there, Steve? What the hell is that? Who is it? I was gonna say that's a. I don't know. I loved that guy. That's it. I want to say I noticed a few things in the chat out there as we were rolling through all that. Amy, I saw Amy said, I'm crying. I miss my husband so much. Obviously taken too early from you. I want you to know I saw that and I'm sorry. And I don't make the most of this time you have left here. Touch other people's lives in the best way you possibly can, and then you will be with him again. And Pamela, Pamela went through a cardiac arrest 2 weeks ago. Holy shit, her husband saved her life. And wow. And here she is with us. Pamela, you get a new lease, girl. What are you going to do with that? Think about it. Something James said when he was talking on that birthday message. He said, as I move through this human portal, isn't that interesting? When you get to this place where you think, oh my God, my life is you're so wrapped up in your own shit. You realize you're just moving through a human portal. You're a blip. Is just you gotta have perspective that your life is a speck, right? How do you contribute to the greater good and to other people? Just touch other people's lives when you want to feel good. I think that's it. The monks. That's why I bring up the monks. How about it, guys? Did you see them? All the monks that walked over 190 days from Texas to D.C. Here they come. They pulled into Washington, D.C. yesterday, 2,300 miles, and they were greeted by throngs. Take it wide. There they come. Look at these guys. All the monks walked all the way from Texas to D.C. with a message that is simple. Kindness, peace, love. Could it come at a better time? Here we are. Pam Bondi is sitting in front and just rudely, stonewalling the Judiciary Committee as she destroys the Justice Department. And Nancy Guthrie is taken from her home. The Epstein files are disgusting and all over us, and so much discord. Oh my God. Look at these guys. Here's the message. Well, the heart and hair of gold used to be gold. At one point it was gold. And look at them walking all the way, and just massive crowds standing for one simple thing: peace, love, kindness. How about that? I love those guys. Way to go, dudes. Oh, they got to go back to Texas, but they're not walking back. Reminds me of my motorcycle trip that I took. I was like, I got to do something crazy. I was recently divorced. A buddy of mine, we had Christmas, the 26th of December to the 31st. We had 5 days, and his ex had his kids. My ex had the kids, and it was just the two of us, and we were going to be alone for that little stretch, Christmas to New Year's. And we came up with this cockamamie idea to ride motorcycles from Los Angeles to Austin, Texas. Crazy, because it's dangerous, but I've ridden bikes all my life as a kid, but not a road bike like that. And we went, and we just went. And shit, man, I went from LA to Scottsdale, Arizona on day one, 435 miles. But we went through Tucson, actually, because he went to Arizona, University of Arizona. We went through Tucson, down in Nancy Guthrie's backyard. And then we went, actually, El Paso, that whole stretch there, and ended up in Austin, Texas. It was wild. And then, of course, you leave the motorcycles there. You don't ride the motorcycle back. Your ass won't let you. Okay? All right, some news here. Blake and Baldoni. Can we just get a little light for a second? These two need to exercise some kindness towards you. What are you two doing? You got one. You know what? Let's tie it into what we've been talking about. You got one life. You're just Blake Lively, you are wasting the time you have on this earth by going after this guy as you are and saving face. This is pride-driven, ego-driven. You can't get out because you've gone so far. Well, then just settle, because you can come out with them. There's Baldoni arriving with his badass wife, Emily Baldoni. Do not mess with Emily. If we just put the spouses in a one-on-one, Emily Baldoni versus Ryan Reynolds, game over. She will roll him. I love that they arrived in matching outfits. There's a little pink collared shirt over a, what do you call it, olive khaki double-breasted suit. Tan vest over a pink button-up, the green suede purse, a 5-leaf clover pin on her lapel for good luck. Walked in with her lawyers, no Ryan Reynolds. That's her walking out. She is a beautiful, beautiful miscarrier of justice. As far as miscarriers of justice go, Blake Lively is as beautiful as you can get. Baldoni, in his magic, he wore an olive teddycoat. An olive teddycoat, the pink scarf, he matched her to a T as he walked in. I hope somebody told him he got tipped off or something. Brian Friedman, stone cold, and Emily Baldoni. Friedman spoke afterwards and said, yeah, we didn't reach a settlement. And they said, is this going to trial? He said, it is. It looks like it. I look forward to it. And he should. I can't see a world in which Blake Lively wins this trial at all. She's demanding $161 million for personal and financial losses due to the alleged retaliation and smear campaign on top of the SH. Baldoni is hot. Do we think that's at the root of their problems, that he's hot? Huh? Do we think? Yeah. I mean, you think those two go to that little Polish yoga yurt and, right? Baldoni's ripped, right? Don't think that, I'm thinking, I like to say I have a washboard stomach. It just has a little laundry on top. You know what I'm saying? No laundry for Baldoni. Yeah, he's you know what he has? He has creatine. Like every morning he puts creatine in his his shake, his whey protein, all that shit.
After looking at their house yesterday, I don't know if it's just me, I have this vision of yoga, not a lot of clothing being worn out. Like they're just
No, Baldoni runs around in the nude. He goes for a nude run. I mean, he has to wear a jockstrap because I think, hold everything together. And I'm guessing there's lots to hold together on Baldoni. I don't know why. They have running trails, like nature trails, and she greets him with she's nude, and they just, it's a nude compound up there. Baldoni's hot. That's what she says. Hot Baldoni. There's Janelle. Oh my God. I love how celebrity women tend to dress very differently for court. Blake would never wear that baggy jacket anywhere else. Excuse me? She loves the hobo look, Lawson. You kidding? Blake? My oldest daughter had dinner with her last night, and we went out, and she said, I said, look, did you see Blake Baldoni? She loves this shit. And she goes, oh my God, her outfit, so annoying. I said, annoying? How would you describe with the big, oversized, man's double-breasted suit? How do you describe the look? You can't describe a look as annoying. She goes, oh, Dad, everything she wears annoys me. Oh, God. I know. Peace, love, short time on earth. But I mean, God almighty. You know what? One of the 4 pillars of stoicism is justice. And courage is the other one. So it's courage to stand up for the justice here. And Justin Baldoni needs our help in the Justice Department. Okay? Okay. Billy's going to get the YouTube silver thing. What is that? Steve, I want it.
I like it.
What, I want that. What the hell is that thing? Yeah, nothing says, no, I want something to validate my life out here. Just my 2 cents. Okay, you'd make a fortune writing those trashy romance novels for women. You know what? We've done, you know what? I might write a little something and try it out with you guys. This could be my writer's room. And I'll just and by the way, we could cast it here together. Today we'll star Joy. We'll start off with Mama Bear. All right, Joy Schmehar. Chrissy will get Joy will be the female character. Let me write this for next week. Okay, Joy. English Dick, no, too close to home. English Dick, but he could be a facilitator. You know what I mean? Like a best friend character. But we'll call him Richard for this, because once you hear English Dick, you get out of the mood. You know what I mean? Okay, he's the friend. He's the biffle. I hope he didn't just say, "Oh my God, I'm always the fucking friend." Why can't I be the one who's just whoosh, shows up? Ties up the horse, hops off, just drapes the reins over the hitching
You're
post.
already writing it, Billy.
Just drapes the reins over the hitching post. And there's Joy in her ruffled dress. Oh, yeah. Steve, your job is to pick up the music for this. You have to really pick out the music. I'll send you the script, okay? And we'll do this. Yeah. Billy, what's this? You want to see an... Hold on, Steve. I got it. Needs to also do impression hour. I can do some impressions. I can do some impressions. Who's that? Regis. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I was going to talk about Pam Bondi. I can't. Move, Pam. Moving on. You know what I'm saying? Although it is funny. Have you seen the Trump Housewives? The Trump Housewives is pretty fun. AI's been going crazy. Although, wait. I want to see some comments on the Blake Baldoni thing, because it really is. They're in the court today. They're in there for round 2. They're on the 14th floor. They're in separate courtrooms on the 14th floor. And it reminds me of the mediation my ex-wife and I did. You know, we were in separate conference. There was a conference room in the middle and 2 offices on the end. I'm in one, Sydney's in the other, and the conference room is in the middle where the lawyers are and the forensic accountants and all the unattractive people, but who we love and are necessary, I guess. They're all sitting there and we're in our separate, we're not supposed to go anywhere. We get updates from our teams. The teams come in and say, all right, well, here's where we are right now. She thinks it's terrible that you had, okay, well, okay. And they go back and forth as you sit there and you're not allowed to communicate. Well, Sydney ain't having that. They get in there and they're going back and forth and they say, they get to this place and the deal is the deal. And they're at the end. And Sydney's lawyer says, this is it. This is as far as we're going to get. This is the deal. And Sydney, my business manager, paints the scene, leaves her office down on the end and walks right down the hall past the conference room. And they're all sitting in there going, oh, shit, we got to run her. And she comes down and she walks into the office where I am, like laying on a couch. And she's like, in tears. I go, what the hell? What's wrong? What happened? And, you know, immediately I like think of her like, and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, they said that this is all it's going to be. And I just don't think that's going to be able to do it. I said, whoa. First of all, I think that's okay. But what would be okay to you? Like what's better? And she said, well, it would be this. And then she, went up considerably. In the monthly, and I said, okay, because I thought about it, and I'm like, is this going to kill me? No. Is it going to mean we get off to a better start and find the relationship that we need to have? And would I spend this on a golf course drinking somewhere? Probably. Would it be better off in her hands because she'll do something with the kids probably anyway? So, yeah. Okay. I said, well, then go tell them that that's what you want. And I'll tell my lawyer that that's what we're going to do. Oh, my lawyer got so mad at me. He's like, are you kidding me? Let me just tell you something. I've been in these situations many times and they're never happy. You can give more. You can go and push the line if they push you over it. We had them here and you can do that. And I said, you're taking this personally. Do you like sit around having drinks with lawyers afterwards and they say, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Boy, the deal that I got today, huh? Notch on your belt. This is about my life going forward. And I am with her for the rest of my life. So whatever that number is has gone up. You'll accept that and we'll do it because it is, I ain't dying on this hill. And none of us need to hurt anymore. So we did it. And they were like, she was like mad at me. Anyway, we walked out, and 10 minutes later, I'm driving home in my car. We have a big hug afterwards. We're driving home in my car, and my oldest daughter calls me, and she's in tears. And she said, "Thanks, Dad. Thanks. My mom called me and said everything went really, really well today, and that you did right by her." And I said, "Yeah." And I hung up the phone. I said, "Best money I've ever spent." Right? Just make more, I guess. So we're all good. Anyway, I don't know why I told you that. It's just the way this thing goes. No plan to go in that direction. Yeah. Sydney, by the way, got her eyes done. Yes, her second eye. She's 20/20 now. Sydney's blind as a bat. I mean, she walks around bumping into walls, and she has all these, peepers on, like 50 sets of peepers all over the place. She fixed her eyes. Yesterday was the second eye. You got to do them a week apart. 20/20. I'm so jealous. I'm going in. I want to get my eyes back. When I was young, I wanted to wear glasses. I was like, if I wear glasses, the teacher's going to think I'm smart. Yeah. And I even went through a period where I was such a fraud. They were just clear, but I looked older and more mature.
My girls are in the glasses phase right now. They're not wearing real glasses, but they want to go to school in glasses and like.
Oh, they're doing is that a phase? So other people, they're trying to fool the teacher too. Oh, Maddie, look how smart you are.
They do look good in them, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
But the eye thing is amazing. My mom, my mom and my stepmom just got their eyes done last year, ironically, and it's like changed their life. Like they're just like, why didn't we do this 20 years ago?
Oh, I'm gonna do it next. Yeah, and then I'm gonna get my boobs done. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna get a nice. What do you think? B for a B cup. B for Billy. Yeah, I want to get a nice job done there, because my jog bras are under stress right now. I need a reduction. A man, who needs a reduction? Trump. Moving on. He's got really nice boobs. If you were to plant them on a nice woman, Trump's. If you just did a boobs, what do you call that? A transfer. You can have some of my boobs. Joy. Woo. Okay. Oh, the ambiguously gay giant went down. The ambiguously gay giant went down. Okay. I am telling you right now, it's getting hot in here. So let's play a game of strip poker. Okay. Yeah. Trump needs his moobs done, baby. Moobs is a great term. They used to call Phil Mickelson moobs, and he had enough of that. Phil said, "I'm not doing this." And he went and he got the needle and he got the peptides. And now Phil Mickelson is, and you know what? Here's why God is good. It never comes out of your calves. They don't atrophy. That's why I say you can't work them out either. People always say, they look at my calves, they say, this guy has tremendously powerful calves. Everyone says it. I'm now speaking like Trump. Everyone says it. A lot of people have told me.
Do you remember at Extra? I was trying to think where we were, and we would have them come in and we'd do the calf-offs. I remember filming.
Oh no, I did. Yeah. Yeah. I got into this period of interviewing men, and I would say, "Well, how are your calves?" And they were like, whoa. Because it's a sensitive spot with guys. And Allie told me, she's like, "Women don't care about calves." I said, "Really? That's terrible." Because that's, I have great ones. But I would get guys to lift up their legs and show off their calves. And, this is a men's thing. Women dress for each other when they go out and like, "Oh, girl, you look so cute." And men don't really care about certain things that women do. Men care about calves. And as I say in life, and it's my saying, there are the calves and the calf-nots, and you can't work them out. You can go to a gym, you see the guy doing calf lifts and calf raises, and I'm like, you're either born with it or you're not, pal.
You just walk by, pull up the pants, kind of strut a little bit while he's sweating away on those calves.
I don't usually wear pants to the gym. I'm always in shorts, guy. Why would I cover up my best attribute in the gym? And by the way, I'm never in the gym. I don't go to gyms. Billy must slay in a leg battle. I do. Have you ever? I mean, I got to be careful here. I don't know if you've seen these guys, but for those who are,
Oh, boy, here we go.
I don't know. I think I'm worried about the chair here.
This is aggressive.
This could be a disaster because the chair moves around. But
Wait. Maybe I can get it with my.
do you have like a table or is that little?
Maybe I can get it.
Where's bring the little table over.
Shoot from here.
Steve, the little table behind you.
Oh yeah.
Can you bring that, please? I'm not. Usually I'm stupid, but now I'm not this time. I'm not going down. All right, hand me the table. This is important. We got to get these guys out. I hope the lighting is worthy of these guys, but anyway. All right, here we go. Oh, the Zaddy shorts are close by. Didn't this start on an emotional note? I don't know how we got to here. Okay, this is a sturdy table. All right, here we go. Are we there, Steve?
I got you on this camera.
Are we there?
Yeah.
And-
you gotta lift and push, yeah, and touch.
Are we good?
Oh yeah, this is good. They're getting 2 angles.
Yeah, you got to have the diamond cut. You know what I mean?
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
You gotta bow, catch a bow.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
called
there we go.
that's called
That's
calf
amazing.
porn. That is calf porn right there for you. Woo! Woo! You nasty boy. Okay.
You're in. I think that I don't know how we talk that on the show.
I don't know. I mean, where do you go from a hot set of calves? Oh yeah, making me nervous is right. I almost fell off of that thing. Bow chicka bow bow. Bow chicka brown cow. Never heard that before. Yeah, good gams. You like those? You know it. Oh yeah. Oh my God, here we go. Woo! Calves of thunder. Yeah.
Upside down heart.
Really? The upside down heart. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know what? That's interesting. By the way, look at this one. Calves is the women's equivalent of how does my butt look in these jeans, girl? Yeah. The answer to that is always terrific, honey. Unbelievable. You don't, that's a question that is not looking for an actual nuanced opinion. If someone says, baby, before we go out, does my butt look good in these jeans? You don't say, well, I'll tell you what, it looks good on the side part. It's the bottom isn't exactly at the middle. I wouldn't, we're not looking to parse out details here when that question is asked. The answer is, 100%. Perfect in every way. Or else you're going to have another 45 minutes of awkwardness before you head out the door. And you know what it is about in the end of the day? Getting out the door. You know what? Hats off to all the women out there who can throw it together in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 15 minutes, if you can do it. Here's what every man wants. He wants to be able to say to his sugar pie, his honey bunch, his bubula, babe, whoa, forgot. We got this thing, but about bing boom. We got to be there like in 30 minutes. Can you get out? Can we get out of here in 15? I'm so sorry. As long as you're not doing this on a regular basis. Oh, if she can say, you got it, baby, no problem. Boom, 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 ching, 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 right out the door. What you don't want to be met with is, oh no, I need at least an hour. Well, not now. I need you to be there for me in this moment. Give me the 15-minute job. Because you know what? We don't know the difference between the 15-minute job and the hour job. There is no difference for us. There's only for you. So do me good, baby. I'm just saying that. You know what I mean? Shmeha can do 10 minutes. I bet you can, Joy. Joy, I'm thinking you have an extra outfit in the trunk of your car ready to go in case you need to dovetail. You know what I'm saying? Like I travel with all my tennis, pickleball, golf stuff in the trunk of my car, ready for a game at any time. Okay. Guys, I'm taking my daughter to the hospital. Okay, we're going to go to see the neurologist and get a follow-up appointment. And then I'm going to take her back to her apartment where her 6 friends are, and she's going to slowly get going again. She's been nursing at home. It's been 8 days since this terrible accident, but she's ready to get going again. Yeah. Oh, wow. What's this? Oh, hell no. That's why dating a sexy tomboy is the best. I can perform miracles in 10 minutes. I bet you can, Audra in Denver. Girl? No. Damn. Who the has 4 closets? Who? Are you kidding me? Oh, you still on those, huh, Carol? I know, once you see them, they're hard to unsee. Yeah. Rock it. Take me out, Steve. Ooh, hold on. Give me some good music. Yeah. The first ever calf dance. You've heard of a caftan? Now, I'm singing calf. Please welcome the final performer of the night, Bill Bush. Thank you, and the crowd goes crazy. Left, right, left. Double, double, double. Right, left, and double. Sitting on the table now. Oh, I like this. This is good for posture. Maybe I should go with this more often instead of that big high back chair. Have a great long weekend, everybody. Boy, were we a little naughty this morning. We were all over the place. Rest in peace, blessed James Van Der Beek. You were a great, great person. And if you can go to that GoFundMe to help Kimberly and those 6 kids, that'd be great. They'll be okay. Good friends all around. And what a wonderful person. So, we love you, James.